So, hello, I'm coming to you again. Another tip, another educational tip. And so, the thing is that I want to be able to pass on is that if you're not prepared to commit to a certain year, at least a year, to a business, for a minimum of a year, then don't bother, getting into the industry because you just go off, you'll lose money, and you need to be able to have that time to step into your power, to have that kind of personal development. So here's the first rule that I have learned. And you want to make big bucks in a certain industry, is that I don't really want you to talk about a particular company. I mean, we all come from a background that says we come from selling, from pitching, and then dealing with objections. The first rule really is not to talk about the company. How is that really going to work? So how are we really going to sell products or services if I don't talk about it? So rule number 2 is I don't want you to talk about our products. So how in the world are we supposed to make this work? I mean, your head's probably just spinning around and trying to figure out how in the world am I supposed to make any kind of money without talking about products, talking about the company. So what are we doing? So what the heck are we supposed to do? So what are we going to talk about? So what I can tell you is that if you're going to make, is that you need to start talking about, them, what they're involved in. So then you can start to say, okay, if I'm going to sell my products or my services, how is it they're talking about their products? How is that really going to work? So we have to go through, we have to do is go through a little shift here, looking at the whole situation differently. It takes a person a little while because they're so used to this kind of mindset. You're there to sell their products. So let me understand this. So we have this products and this company over here. So if we talk about their products, and if you talk about them and their products, how is that going to sell your products? So that's the real question there. So there again, people want to do business with people. They first have to like you, they have to trust you, and people will do business with people who aspire to be like you and they trust you. So how do you get a person to like you? So how do you do that? How do you get a person to like you? So to answer that question is that if you can find 3 things in common in a person in 5 minutes, then they will like you. Just 3 things in common in 5 minutes about that person, they'll like you. So then that's what you really need to do, is to be able to go down this path, and the more that you find in common with a person, the more they want to come to you, to want to do business with you. So if you can get them connected with what they want, in other words, be a solution to their problems, all you have to do is simply step out of the way and let the introduction video do the rest. And because you are there to provide a solution to the problem. So you've got to realize that a lot of companies don't even teach these kind of principles, because everybody wants to go and pitch their products, talk about their company. So you have to do exactly opposite, is to talk about them, what they have, and find something common with them. Just 3 things, and in 5 minutes, and they will want to come to you. If you're ever feeling at a point where you have pushing something on them, or they are trying to sell them something, which I never want to do, then you're doing it all wrong. You talk about them and their businesses, and being able to connect with what they are common, and you can common, just three things in the first 5 minutes. Your work is done, and they will want to join or be and aspire to be you. It's really simple that way. And that is probably the greatest thing that people don't even realize, because they're so adamant about try this, try that. How am I supposed to sell things or products of my products or affiliated company if I don't, if I'm not able to talk about it? And that's exactly the thing. You don't talk about it. You connect with it. And this is how you do it. You simply find 3 things in common in the first 5 minutes and connect with them that way and find out the areas of struggle during that process. Then guess what? You are there to provide a solution, which happens to be your products or services. It's too easy. So that's my tip for the day. Thank you very much, sir.